What was the role of kings in olden days?
They rule the country and meet our demands.
That's right. This work in the modern age is done by the government. Our government, the state and the government. Freedom to think and act. Opportunities for development are as essential as food, clothes and shelter for a man, and they are equally important. The system of governance came into existence in order to meet the individual and social needs of people and their security. In the past, the British ruled our country after the reign of kings ceased. After independence, India became a democratic country. In a democratic country, people's representatives hold the responsibility instead of the kings. This is called democratic system. Administrative rules and regulations are incorporated in our constitution. Let us know how and when this constitution was formed. The Constitution Assembly was formed in 1946 to prepare a constitution suitable to the conditions of our country. Dr. Babu Rajendra Prasad was its chairman. The drafting committee was formed under the leadership of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. To prepare the constitution, they worked for nearly 3 years and framed the constitution. It came into effect on 26 January 1950. Therefore, in recognition of it, we celebrate 26 January as the Republic Day. Fundamental rights and directive principles. Fundamental rights. An opportunity given to every citizen to do a specific work. To some extent, independently is called a right. The Constitution of India guarantees some important rights to every citizen of our country. These are called fundamental rights. All the citizens of India can enjoy the following fundamental rights within the purview of the law. We need to know our basic rights to demand our needs in a rightful way. The various rights a citizen can enjoy are rights to equality. All the citizens are equal before the law. All the citizens have equal rights to get government employment. However, special facilities may be provided to economically backward classes in the fields of employment and education. Rights to freedom. All the citizens are free to live in any part of the country. They are free to express their ideas to others verbally or in writing. Right against exploitation. Nobody can force anyone to work without wages. Bonded labor is a crime. The children below the age of 14 years should not be made to do difficult works. Right to freedom of religion. The citizens have the right to follow any religion of their choice. However, they should not disrespect other religion. Cultural and educational rights. The Indian citizens have right to protect their culture, language and script. All are free to receive education. This right is specially included to protect the interests of the minority communities. Rights to constitutional remedies. The Constitution provides an opportunity to all the citizens to seek justice through the courts of law if they are denied of their fundamental rights. This is known as the right to constitutional remedies. However, there are certain limitations to enjoy the fundamental rights. When we enjoy our rights, we have to make sure that we are not interfering with the rights of others and thus protecting the national integration, security, and safety of our country. All citizens who are 18 years of age have the right to vote. There is also another right called right to information. Right to information. Ravi, why are you playing here instead of going to the playground?
Ma, a drain has been overflowing onto the playground and the smell is unbearable.
Then you should have complained in the Panchayat office instead of playing here.
Auntie, my brother has already given a written complaint in the Panchayat office 5 days ago.
Auntie, will they look into our complaint?
Yes, Aruna, ever since the Right of Information Act came fully into force on October 12, 2005, officers are looking into such complaints.
Auntie, what is Right to Information Act?
The right to obtain information available with any public authority is right to information. It includes the right to inspect work, documents, records, and also taking certified samples of materials.
Auntie, would you please tell us more about the Right to Information Act?
Yes, gladly. This act can be used to get information about the development activities of the government, their expenditure, welfare schemes and services.
Ma, what else can we know under this act?
We can also access information regarding roads, electricity, services available at primary health centers, quota sanctioned, to ration shops, etc.
Auntie, can we also ask for information related to our school?
Not only information related to our school, but you can also ask for information about land records, particulars of village development activities, old age pension, etc.
Auntie, the act is really wonderful. How did you come to know all about this act?
I have come to know all this through the media. I read newspaper every day, listen to the radio and watch TV.
Auntie, please tell us more about this act.
Sure, ours is a democratic country. Democracy is people's government. Government spends public money. Under this act, public officers should provide information relating to their offices voluntarily.
Auntie, why do you say that money spent by government is public money?
You see, if you buy a pen, a part of the price paid goes to the government as tax. The amount we pay towards property tax, water tax, etc. is spent by the government on developmental works.
Ma, will information be available in all public office in our village?
Yes, it should be. It is the duty of the public authority to make the information available, and we have a right to obtain this information.
You said that we have a right to obtain obtain information. But whom do we ask, Auntie?
Good question. We can get the information from the Public Information Officer of every public office.
Auntie, can we find out the status of my brother's complaint?
Oh yes, you can make an application to find out the action taken on the complaint. To obtain information is our right. Not just that, Raju. Normally, information shall be provided to the applicant within 30 days. In case the information concerns the life or liberty of a person, it shall be provided within 48 hours.
Auntie, what if the information is not given in 30 days?
Then you can appeal to the higher official.
Ma, will you please come along with us to the Panchayat office to find out the action taken on the complaint given by Raju's brother?
Sure, get a sheet of paper. I'll help you write an application under the Right to Information Act.
Namaste, sir.
Namaste, madam. Children, what made you come here instead of going to school?
We have come to meet you, sir.
What's the matter?
Sir, Raju's brother gave a written complaint in your office 5 days ago, stating that the drain near the playground has been overflowing and spreading foul smell.
The sanitary workers of our Panchayat are cleaning the drain every day.
No, sir. Nobody has cleaned the drain near the playground for several days.
Sir, may I know whose duty is it to clean the drains and how frequently?
Why do you need this information?
Sir, under the Right to Information Act, every citizen has a right to obtain information. Children, give him the application.
Okay, you can go now. Children, you have asked for information. Well, sanitary workers of our Panchayat should clean the drain every day. I will send you this information in writing.
Sir, it was good to meet you. We are pleased with your response.